Hi, beautiful people. I hope that you're all doing really, really well. Welcome back to my channel and to today's pick a card reading. So today we're going to be doing just a general reading for the month of November 2023. So we're going to be doing we're going to be having a look at love and relationships. So that could be simply relationship with self, so the relationship with yourself, or it could be your relationship with your partner, or your relationship with a friend. So it doesn't matter what the relationship is. It could be platonic or it could be a romantic relationship. You'll just need to take it as it resonates and apply it to your particular situation. We're also going to be looking at career and finances, and we are going to be looking at health as well, and what it is that you might need to be made aware of in the month of November. I'm also going to be getting you an Ascended Masters card as well to finalize the reading. And of course, we're going to get a card of advice as well for the month of November. Now, I think I've pretty much covered everything. I'm going to be showing you 3 different decks of cards to choose from for your reading. So go with whatever deck that you're most drawn to. Now, this is a very general reading, so take it as it resonates, apply it to your situation, and please remember that time is an illusion and energy is fluid, meaning that the messages that you are getting today are the messages that are applied to the current energy and the time as it sits now. So because energy is fluid, it means that things can very much change, which is the beauty of free will, right? So nothing is set in concrete here. It's just according to what the current energy is. If you would like to get a personal reading with me, you can find all the details below in the description box below. If you haven't yet and you'd like to support me, you can do so by subscribing to my channel to share this video with others who you think might enjoy it. And that's about it. Maybe give it a thumbs up as well. And of course, feel very free to leave feedback and comments below. All right, let's get into it. So the 3 decks of cards we have to choose from, the first one is called the Dark Mansion Tarot. This is going to be pile 1 or reading 1. For pile 2, we are going to have the Mystical Realm Tarot. So that will be pile 2. Those will be your cards we'll be using for your reading. And for pile 3, we'll be using Ellen Dugan's The Witch's Tarot. So go with whatever one you're most drawn to, remembering that this is going to represent pile 3. The Mystical Realm Tarot is going to represent pile 2, and pile 1 is going to be the Dark Mansion Tarot. Okay, so those are your 3 choices. If you need a little bit more time to choose, which is absolutely fine, what I'll get you to do is I'll get you to pause the video because I am about to start the readings. Okay, so for those of you who chose pile 1 or the Dark Mansion Tarot, this is your reading for November 2023. Remembering that we are looking at love and relationships, we're looking at career and finances, and of course health. We're also going to get a word of advice, and I'm going to get you an Ascended Masters as well. Please remember that this is a very general reading, that time is an illusion and energy is fluid. So my first pile to begin with, we have, this is talking about love and relationships, and as I said before, you'll need to apply this to your situation. So whether you're single, whether you're in a relationship, or whether this is talking about the relationship with yourself, please take it as it resonates. So we're going to start with the Queen of Wands. So this to me is really talking about you coming into your power in the month of November. People finding you attractive, people being attracted to you. I think you're really going to be stepping into your own, like, another level of self-worth as well. And I feel like there's this feeling of creativity within yourself that's starting to really spark an interest within yourself and within the relationship with yourself, which of course is going to have a knock-on effect to the relationships that of course you have with others and how others perceive you. So yeah, there's this real feeling of just people also being attracted to you without really knowing why. Like it's really about your energy. Obviously, you're an attractive person, but it's something else. It's your energy that really exudes this. So if you're single, I think there's going to be a lot more people taking notice, not noticing you, or maybe people do always notice you, but you're going to be more aware of it now because you're feeling better. You're going to be feeling better within yourself. We have the Knight of Cups clarifying this, which is really talking about, I think that a lot of you, as I said, might have people coming towards you because they're being really attracted to you, and or this is really as well you giving yourself the love that you need. There's this real feeling of more self-worth, more like knowing how much you're worth, knowing that you're worth giving energy and time put into yourself, and that also, you know, you're worthy of people giving this to you as well. So this is really, really cool. So whether you're single or you're in a relationship, you're like really standing out to people. You're noticing that you're standing out more, and it's because of this sort of fiery expression that's coming about within you. And of course, so therefore other people are going to be noticing it, and they're going to be more drawn to you. If you're already in a relationship, I feel like your partner is probably going to be noticing this more within you. Now, it's really interesting because the next card we have is representing like career and finances. And the reason why I say it's interesting, and a lot of times I say things are interesting, but we have the King of Wands here for your career and finances. So this is like a really good pairing because you have the Queen and then you have the King of Wands. So you're standing out more as well and stepping more into your power in regards to how you make money. So whether you work for someone else, whether you work for yourself, whatever it is, you're going to be standing out more, and you're going to be starting to feel a lot more confident about what it is that you're doing. I feel like some of you as well might be upping your game or stepping up in that. It kind of goes in line with what we were talking about love and relationships, and the fact that you're feeling it's just, I envisage this like fire within you that's really starting to rise now, and it's bringing about more creativity and more passion and drive within you. And so, as I mentioned before, because that's how you're feeling about yourself, then it's going to roll over into every other aspect of your life. So you're going to be coming more into your power in what it is that you do to make money, which, as I said before, and I've just sort of digressed, is that you're going to be feeling more creative, and people are going to be really seeing that. There's this new pouring of passionate energy into what it is that you do. We have the Page of Wands clarifying this. So this is really talking about, you know, people talking about this or people noticing this within you. Maybe someone coming up to you and saying, hey, I really noticed that there's something about you that's really drawing me to you, and I want to make some sort of offer, or I want to talk about a potential, you know, partnership with you. Or Page of Wands is just like the beginning of an opportunity. Maybe it's a text message, maybe it's an email that's sent to you, but someone's really noticing you, and I feel like there's going to be some sort of communication from someone, and there's going to be this new growth coming about within yourself as well in regards to this more creative side of you coming out, which for some of you might get you to question what it is that you're doing, or what it is that you might want to change about what you're doing to improve it in a way, or to make you feel like you can express yourself in a more creative way, is what I'm getting here. For health, we have the Knight of Wands. We've got lots of wands happening here. They're all pretty much wands. So this is really telling me that I feel like with you, with health, this is really talking about, I'm just really getting something to do with like your heart center and passion and fiery. So I feel like some of you are going to be, some of you may get a virus or have something that where you end up with a fever of some sort, which I think is going to affect the way you see things as well. It's kind of going to stop you in your track a little bit, because I feel like it's going to be the instigator of seeing where changes need to be made in your life in regards to maybe how you handle stress, or how you handle getting angry about things, or how you deal with anger and how you deal with stress. Now, when I say anger, it's really about you being passionate about something, but I feel like for some of you, you've been dealing with it in not the most creative or helpful or healthy way for yourselves. And I feel like this is going to be really highlighted to you in the month of November. And as I said before, this could manifest as a fever or something like that. Maybe you'll be experiencing some heartburn. Maybe digestion problems as well. I'm really getting drawn to the picture of the horse here, and it's got, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a little, it's like a little fire flame symbol, and it's kind of near the heart area. So that's why I'm saying that. Now, clarifying, we have the Death card. So yeah, this is needed to bring about a change in your health. So it's almost like whatever health implications you're going to be going through in November, they're happening in order for transformation to happen within your life and your health. And I really feel like it's going to be making you, as I said before, rethink how you deal with stress and how you deal with how you see things that maybe aren't fair, or that really bring like make you feel like you're on fire. You know how sometimes we can get really angry and we can feel like we're on fire because it's whatever it is that we're angry about, we're actually quite passionate about. And there's something about that needs to change, and that's why we've got the Death card, because that's about, you know, change, the ending of something to bring about the rebirth, right? So I kind of feel like I'm going around in circles here, but I think you get the message that I'm giving you here, and I think these are all really positive. It's really cool. It's interesting how you've got most of these cards are wand cards, so it's a lot of fire energy. So it's like the you know, there needing to be, I feel like, a balance in that fire energy, and balancing it out so that it isn't overtaking you, so that when you're feeling frustrated, or you're feeling angry, or you're feeling hypervigilant about something, that you're able to balance that out within yourself so that it doesn't affect your physical health as well as your mental health, right? Now, your word of advice is the Knight of Pentacles, which is really nice because we're bringing in some earth energy here. We had some water energy with the Knight of Cups as well. I feel like as a word of advice, this is really telling me to tell you just to take it a bit more slower in the month of November and give yourself the time to stop and smell the roses, is what I'm getting here. So this person here is taking it really easy. This person knows their worth. This person is very grounded, and they're really just observing things as they are rather than trying to rush in and change things. Or, you know, like when you look at these two characters here, they're very different in their energy, in that yeah, this person is rushing in, and this person here is just really, really grounded and taking their time. And both of those energies have, you know, their pluses and their minuses, like everything in life. But this is finding that balance and really grounding yourself and allowing yourself to take time to do things and not feeling like you have to rush is what I'm picking up as well. Now, your Ascended Masters for the month of November is Parvati, positive changes. So this is really lovely. And it's interesting that, again, you've got a lot of orange and reds here, because I feel like the transformation is going to be coming in quick and fast, and these positive changes are going to be coming in quick and fast in the month of November. I am going to read the meaning from the book for you as well. So this is what it's saying about this card. So it says, let go of procrastination or perfectionism. Break your major goals into baby steps and take one step at a time. Since Parvati is the goddess of mountains, this could be a message to retreat or move to the mountains. Revamp your schedule so that you devote regular time to your priorities. Be assertive in saying no to anything that diverts you from your path. So yeah, I really feel like that fits in with your reading, and that sometimes we can get overly passionate and commit to things without really fully thinking them through, and then later on maybe regretting decisions that we've made and then feeling kind of stuck in them, if that makes sense. And a lot of that is this month particularly is being highlighted because you're really, you know, people are finding you attractive on many levels, not just, you know, on a physical level, but they're really vibing with your energy. So there's probably a lot of people wanting to spend time with you, and you're probably wanting to spend time with them as well. But it's really talking about focusing on yourself and slowing things down as well. But this is really beautiful. I hope you enjoyed your reading, pile one. Thank you so much for your ongoing love and support, and I'll see you next time. Okay, so for those of you who chose pile 2 and the Magic Realm Tarot deck, this is your reading for November of 2023. Let's get into it. Please remember, of course, that time is an illusion and that energy is fluid, and that you'll need to apply these messages to your particular situation. So to begin with, we're going to be looking at love and relationships. We have the 10 of Swords. Okay, so this month, there's going to be a situation where you've kind of hit the end of your tether, you can't handle anymore, and it's kind of like you're going to be checking out. So maybe you're going to be questioning a relationship that you're currently in, whether that be a platonic relationship or, you know, a relationship with a partner or a family member or yourself, whatever it is. But there's something that you've kind of, it's almost like the straw that broke the camel's back. And as bleak as this seems, this is going to be really good, because 10 is always meaning the end of a cycle, so that a new cycle can begin from fresh. So I feel like there's going to be some news or communication coming in from someone, or something where there's going to be a situation, and it is going to make you feel like this. It's just going to make you feel like, okay, I've had enough now. And maybe this might mean you cutting off a connection with someone, or as I said before, it could just mean you cutting off some unhealthy connection with yourself, if that makes sense. Clarifying, we have the Knight of Swords. So yeah, this is just really reiterating what I was saying before, where there's going to be some sort of communication coming in from someone. So there may be, you know, an argument that's had, but there's some communication where I feel like there's almost been words said that haven't been really thought out properly, or it's almost like someone is being really, really overly cold with you or overly rational about a particular situation, which is just really like, it just makes you want to step away from whatever it is or whatever this is or whoever this is, and you're kind of just over it now. And I feel like this is the sign for you to just, where you're just going to be like, okay, I need to end this now, or I need to end this way of being, or I need to end the way I maybe communicate with other people because it's making me struggle and I'm suffering all the time. Okay, so you'll need to take that as that resonates for you. It's a pretty big one. For career and finances, we have temperance. So this is beautiful. This is really talking about the need for you to find balance in your career or the way it is that you make money, and balance in order for you to not just feel more balanced, but you to feel happier as well. Now, this is a major arcana, which means it's karmic, which means it's really kind of important to deal with, and there's a lot of lessons to be learned here. And if you can learn the lesson that you need to, then you're not going to have to keep going through the same sort of challenges all the time. I mean, obviously we're going to still be challenged in life, but you will find an easier way to deal with these challenges so that they don't affect you so much and that they don't sort of bring your energy down. So this is because this is talking about money and career. This is talking about as well finding that balance is obviously within yourself, because then everything else comes out of that. But also this could be with relationships with your co-workers. It could be the way you see work. Maybe you overwork. Maybe you spend too much time at work. Whatever it is, you'll know what it is. But it's like there needs to be some sort of harmony come in for you to be at a better place with it. We have the Two of Cups clarifying this. So yeah, it feels like it has to do with some sort of partnership at work. So whether it's a work colleague or whether it's your, relationship with yourself and your career and how you see it, I guess, and how you treat yourself. But you will know what this is. You'll know whether this is within yourself or whether it's with someone else. But generally speaking, it's kind of both the same, right? But yeah, this need for balance. I think as well, the need to be able to see both sides of a story and see things as they are and from a greater scope rather than just from our own tainted experiences, if that makes sense. Because this will really strengthen the connections that you have in the way that you make money or where it is you work, and that will bring about it will bring you into a better place and a place of equilibrium, which is really, really lovely. What is a healthy way? What is a healthier way for you to feel like this in terms of work and money? What needs to happen is the questions I'm getting here. Now, your next cards, we're talking about your health. So we have the Devil to start with. So I think this one's a pretty straightforward meaning here. This is really telling me to tell you that this is about unhealthy habits that you have in regards to your health. So this could be, anything. It could be what it is that you consume on all levels, whether it's what you eat, if you're smoking, whatever it is that you're ingesting isn't working for you, it's not healthy, and you really need to be reassessing and letting go of unhealthy habits which are holding you back and not allowing you to feel better as a whole. Now, of course, this is always challenging, and I guess with Christmas coming up as well, it's a time where, we can be really swung into overindulging in whatever it is. But also it's a mindset as well, right? So it's thinking about where that root cause is from and being really honest with yourself about that and how it's affecting you is what I'm getting here. Your clarifier is the King of Swords, which is all about honesty and clarity and really thinking things through on a rational level being honest with yourself and being honest with others, but more so yourself here. So this could represent someone, right? This could represent you seeing like a GP or someone who's really forthright with you and who will say to you, hey, you really need to check yourself before you wreck yourself in regards to something with your health. Or it could just be you doing this with yourself, going, you know what, I really need to sit down and be honest with myself about what's going on here, because, you know, I feel like some of you are feeling really quite lonely, and I feel like some of you aren't, as I said before, honest with yourselves about what it is that's affecting you and how it's affecting you. And it can make you feel really, really lonely, and as if it's almost like you feel like you're the only one that is experiencing this, and that's not the reality. And I feel like this is going to be coming to a head in November and being really brought to your attention to look into. Your overall word of advice for the month of November is the Page of Cups. So I really feel like this is talking about, I'm really being drawn to saying a lot of you need to be doing some inner child healing. A lot of you, I think, need to be giving yourself, be giving yourself a bit more grace as well. And, you know, maybe spending some time by the water is what I'm getting. I'm feeling as well that I think that some of you eat a bit too much meat is what I'm getting. And it's really about trying to balance that out as well. But yeah, I feel like with some of you as well, there's this need to forgive things that happened to you as a child or in your childhood. And that it's really about giving yourself that love that others weren't able to give you. Your Oracle card, which is from the Ascended Masters pack we have, is Hinder, freedom. So yeah, it's time to set yourself free from all these unhealthy things that are happening for you, I believe. You know, unhealthy patterns, ways of being, connections with people. But let me read out the meaning to you from the book. So it says, it's time to leave a situation that you've outgrown. Question the validity of any rules that you've imposed on yourself. Allow the universe to support you while you make desired life changes. Be assertive and say no to anyone who's overstepping boundaries with you. So yeah, Pile 2, I really, really hope you enjoyed your reading. If you would like to get a personal reading with me, or you want to check out any of my social media platforms, or you just maybe want to leave me a tip, you can find all the details below. Otherwise, thank you so much for your ongoing love and support, and I'll see you again soon. Okay, so for those of you who chose the Witch's Tarot or Pile 3, this is your reading. Please remember that this is a very, very general reading. We are doing a general reading, of course, for the month of November 2023. We are going to be looking at love. We are going to be looking at finances and career, and we're going to be looking at your health. We'll be getting a word of advice for you, as well as an Ascended Masters as an oracle card for you. So let's get into it. So the first set of cards, or the first card, we are looking at love and relationships. As I said at the beginning of the video, this could be a relationship with your partner. It could be the relationship with yourself or with your friends or family, whatever it is. You'll need to apply it to your particular situation. So to start off with, we have the Lovers. Okay. I feel like for a lot of you, there's going to be a choice that you're going to be needing to be making. Okay. So perhaps you will meet someone, there might be a potential partner coming in, and you're going to be having to make a decision about whether this is something that you want to pursue. I do feel like it's very much karmic, of course, because we have a major arcana. So whatever this decision you make is going to be a big decision, as in it will have the repercussions will be big, in that it will be kind of, it'll be teaching you a lot of lessons. So I guess it's taking into consideration, when you make this choice, what it is that you've learnt in the past and what it is that you need to apply. So not making decisions based purely on attraction, but taking every element of something into consideration, right? We have the Page of Wands clarifying. So yeah, there's some sort of message coming in or invitation to go somewhere and do something, or a new potential lover coming in or relationship, whatever it is for you. And you're going to be making a decision about this. I feel like this is, I mean, if you're in a relationship, this might just be talking about deciding. I think it's more so just about, you know, spending time together and reigniting more of that passion in the relationship. And maybe even some of you getting a message from yourself or from something externally to really make you realize how passionate you are about this relationship, or how much this relationship means to you, right? Or simply, you know, making decisions so that you're both having more fun within the relationship. If you're single, as I mentioned before, this might be about you making a decision about whether you want to enter a relationship with someone, whether you want it to be something that's more than just something that's just, you know, casual. I feel like it's a big decision though, and as I said before, it's really about you unifying all the contributing factors to make the best decision for yourself. Something, you've been very attracted to something though. Something is really calling you this month. Okay, in regards to career and finances, we have the Knight of Swords. So I feel like some of you are going to, I feel like some of you feel as if you really want to move, you want movement within whatever it is that you're doing. And I feel like some of you feel really stuck. And so because you want this movement, you're starting to get frustrated with the lack of movement. But the message I'm getting here is you need to try and remain as patient as you possibly can, because I feel like with some of you, you might end up making a rash decision that you may end up regretting later, or you may end up just not really giving yourself or giving whatever it is the full attention it deserves, or the full energy it deserves, if that makes sense. So it's like, yeah, this feeling of you wanting to rush, but it's like there's this important message saying try not to rush, try and balance that frustration in one way or another. And you will know how to, you know, how have you dealt with frustration in the workplace before? I'm just really getting, don't make a hasty decision about something, because I don't feel like you're in the right headspace at the moment. And this is, the Four of Swords is clarifying and really reiterating what I'm saying, where I feel like this is about really stepping back and taking time out to rest and really withdrawing from this situation so that you can see it more clearly, is the message I'm getting here. Taking your time. Some of you, yeah, I feel have like these grandiose ideas of how something could be better, and you really want to communicate this. But as I said before, it could be communicated in the wrong way, or not in, yeah. So this is about stepping back, taking a bit of respite from the situation. You know, maybe some of you have got holidays coming up with Christmas, and so it's really maybe talking about taking the time to maybe make this decision or communicate whatever it is after you've had this break. I feel like you're pretty set on whatever this is though. So now we are looking at health. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is talking about taking it slowly, so that you can see the forest from the trees. I feel like some of you really need to be taking a break if you can, even if it's a simple mini break, like taking a day or 2 days off where you can spend time in nature is what I'm getting here is going to be really beneficial to you. Taking time out from technology, phones, computers, watching things, and watching nature instead, doing some real ground work, like grounding. I feel like for a lot of you, the month of November is really focused around decisions having to be made or needing to be made, especially in regards to relationships and money. And it can potentially affect your health, of course, if you let it, overcome you too much. You just need to be pulling back and taking it more slowly and grounding yourself more. Page of Swords is clarifying. So yeah, this is really talking before about that energy of taking it slowly, not rushing in with a decision that you're going to be making which may affect your health, giving yourself a break. And I'm getting as well the word multitask. I don't know if some of you try to multitask too much to get more and more work done, but there's a need for you to back off from here, because I feel like some of you could just end up getting really run down and having a cold around Christmas. And I also feel like some of you could, like, unintentionally as well, like, cut people off, because people will just kind of be like, oh, this person is just, it's just this feeling of, I don't know, there's a lot going on for you guys, as in, I'm just getting the word all over the place. So this is just really pulling back, taking your time to do things rather than just rushing in to try and get tasks done or have decisions made, if that makes sense. Your word of advice, of course, is the Two of Pentacles. So this is really about you, as I said before, trying to juggle too many things at once. And I feel like for some of you, it's kind of like you've put yourself in this position where you, not that you have to, but you kind of have to in a way, if that makes sense, because everything has been leading up to this. So it's about finding a way to balance these things so that, because you are having to juggle a little bit, how can you do this to benefit you most? How can you do this in a more balanced way? How can you do this so you feel like you have a little more control over what's going on with you? And that is through grounding yourself, as we said before. Now, your Ascended Masters is Kuan Yin, let it go. So yeah, letting it go, and just allowing it to flow more instead of trying to control it. Let me read the meaning from the book, of course. If I can find it. Okay, here we go. Let go of an argument, judgments, or a long-term hurt. Have compassion for everyone involved in this situation, including yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done. So it's really about talking about stopping, struggling, pushing, or forcing things to happen, as we saw in the cards before. That sword energy of, the Knight of Swords trying to rush in and make some sort of decision or to move things along. And we were talking about that not being for your higher good and really needing to trust the process with it more. Try and have a break if you can, where you can. All right, pile 3, I really hope you enjoyed your reading. Please, of course, feel very free to leave feedback and comments below. If you'd like to support me, you can do so by giving the video a thumbs up, subscribing, and of course you can share this with someone else if you feel like they might enjoy watching it. Thank you so much for your ongoing love and support, and I'll see you next time.